This is ZAGGkeys Folio for the iPad Air. Hi, Dan from Your Diary, and today we're going to take a look at ZAGGkeys Folio for the iPad Air. The iPad Air is an amazing, amazing device. I'm really happy to be back using a full-size iPad once again, and because, as you've probably read and seen in videos, because it's thinner and lighter, and it's just overall a smaller package, but it's also faster. It's an amazing tablet. It is the type of thing that if you touch the iPad Air, you don't want to go back to the iPad 2 or 3 or 4. And I'm hearing the same things about the iPad mini, although we haven't received ours yet. The ZAGG Folio is a great accessory if you're looking to turn your iPad Air into a productivity machine. And it has an MSRP of just under $100, about $99.99. And I thought we would take a quick look at it because I've not been overly sold on keyboard cases for tablets in the past, but this one is one of the ones that really make me rethink that. So inside the package, you get some literature about the case, an instruction manual. You don't really need it. It's pretty self-explanatory. You get the Folio case itself, and you also get a USB to micro USB charging cable. Now this says that you will get up to 3 months per charge of use out of this, but if you look at the fine print, it actually says that you're going to get 3 months of use off one charge so long as you're using it for just 2 hours a day. If you're going to be using it a lot more than that, you're obviously going to have to charge it a whole lot more than that, but that's a pretty good runtime, especially when it's actually fairly light. So let's take a look at the keyboard. Let's take a look at the iPad inside of it and talk about why I'm actually really taken with this sub $100 keyboard case from ZAGG. So it is a Folio, and that means that if you take it and you open it up, when you open it up, you get the keyboard right here, and you get the iPad holder right here. So this is the Folio. Actually, it would be more like this. So you have the keyboard over here, and you can use the iPad this way, and it's like any other Folio. This is just under 1/4 of an inch thick, which is not bad at all. You have on the back here a cutout for the camera and for the rear microphone. You've got a cutout here for the sleep awake button, and over here for the 3.5mm headphone jack. And then down here on the bottom, you have a cutout for the lightning connector. If you notice, the speakers are actually appear that they're covered, but there is a little scoop inside that allows the sound to actually come out, but it does cover it over just a little bit. Now, I was worried when I first went to use my iPad Air in this Folio case that it wasn't going to work because I actually have a skin on the back of it. In fact, the case, there's enough tolerance that you can actually get the iPad into it without much of a problem. To do that, you simply take the iPad and you put the bottom in first. It's actually the opposite of what you might otherwise think because you put the bottom in first, not the buttons, and then you simply press it into the case itself. It goes right in, and it actually goes in very easily. So now that the iPad is inside, as you can see, it's not all that thick. It does add to the weight of the iPad Air. That's the one downside I find with it, is that any keyboard case is going to add weight to. The idea with the iPad Air is that it gives you this nice light iPad. You lose some of that when you do this. But when you open it up, let me do that, you get ZAGG's website and its advertisement for Black Friday, and you get the keyboard itself. Now the iPad is in here, and it actually holds really nicely, and it does hold at pretty much any adjustment that you want to put it at without any additional help. I was worried that it was going to be a little top heavy. Actually, the keyboard comes out far enough that it is actually not top heavy at all. I have not had any problem with it flopping over. So what's really especially nice about this keyboard, the typing experience is actually very nice for a small portable keyboard, surprisingly so. In addition, it has really nice function keys. You get the numeric keys right here, and then you get function keys up here. So among the function keys that I really like, you've got this one over on the left. It actually brings you back to home. But if you double tap it, you get the fast app switching. Now, that comes in really useful for someone like me, for example. If I'm writing a post, I can have my blogging window open, but also the website that I'm writing from, or if I'm looking at a product, the details, and I can quickly switch from one app to the other simply by tapping. I don't need to do a lot on the screen, just the moving back and forth right there. There is a button that locks the device, and then it'll actually unlock your device for you. One button right there. You do have a dedicated Siri button, which I really love. Siri, open Zag's website.
Okay, I found this on the web. Oh.
Search for geardiary.com.
Here's what I found on the web.
So with one button, speaking, you can open up whatever you want. So in addition, you've got your go back, undo button, your redo button, your soft keyboard button, which I really like that if you have something, you can bring up the on-screen keyboard if you need to. And there are times when you might want to do that. You've got your copy button, your paste button. You've got track back, play pause, track forward, silence, volume down, volume up. So all of these really nice dedicated keys right here, plus all the keys here. Plus you've got a key here that will actually turn on and off, hopefully you can see it on camera, the backlighting on the keyboard. So there's backlighting on this keyboard as well. So what you have here is a really, really nice folio in its own right. It does protect your iPad Air really nicely. Plus you get an excellent keyboard as well. As I did note, you are going to add a lot of weight, but any case, and especially any keyboard case, is going to add that weight to it. That's the situation here, but it's going to be the situation with any case and any keyboard case. As far as keyboard cases go, it's actually not all that substantial, the added weight. It is certainly not something that I would hesitate to carry. If you're looking to do a good bit of content creation on your iPad Air rather than simply content consumption, this is the type of accessory that will serve you really, really well. It protects it, it'll make you more efficient, it'll make you more productive. It's under $100. It is the ZAGG Folio for the iPad Air. It's the keyboard folio from ZAGG. It's currently available. This is Dan for Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.